Hello, hello, friends. Um, Today, Joel and I took a little time to play around with some of our streaming options. And hi, Mom. And we hope that you enjoy a little bit of what you might see in the new videos today. So, this is going to enable us to just do a little bit more editing work and just making things look a little crisper, cleaner, and move forward. So, hope you enjoy. And I have yeah, it was fancy. I'm glad you liked it, Mom. um, Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yes. For this evening, I have a new visualization for the Yoga Nidra, and it's a walk through the woods. And this was based off of a walk that I took to create a recorded meditation for someone, for a private client. And that client also asked me to feel free to use the meditation anywhere else. So I thought that I would incorporate it into a Yoga Nidra session for you as a way of tuning in to nature, tuning in to your own heart and your intentions. So go ahead and get comfortable for this evening, and we'll get started. Hello and welcome, welcome. I'm Pajalio with Karmic Roots Yoga, and it is an honor to be here with you as you cultivate your space through our Yoga Nidra practice this evening. So take a few moments to get comfortable, whether that means staying seated or maybe in your favorite chair, or more traditionally for Yoga Nidra, laying down either in your bed or on a mat using whatever props you have handy and available, maybe a pillow behind your knees, a blanket over you, and something underneath of your head. Often as we practice Yoga Nidra, our head feels very heavy and some uncomfortable sensations can happen on the back of the head if we are resting on the floor. So Yoga Nidra means yoga sleep. And it is one of the easiest practices for us to develop in our yoga habits. And it's a deeper guided meditation through the 5 layers of the self as defined by yoga. And it offers many benefits. First and foremost, it can help support us release stress. And when we are able to let go of the chronic states of stress that we often are in because we hold on to things unlike other animals, our bodies are more able to do the healing that they are intended to do. So you can think of that like a zebra running from a predator. In the moment that a zebra needs to escape that predator, its stress levels increase and it needs those heightened levels of like cortisol to help it to escape. And once it's no longer in danger, boom, gone, forgotten about, they're not dwelling on it. Whereas for humans, we tend to keep dwelling on that thing, whatever it might be. And it may not be danger, but maybe it was being stuck in traffic or a project we were working on. Those kinds of things can leave us in chronic states of stress where we don't tend to let go of that stress, and then that starts to build. And it can do things like increase blood pressure, and as well as lessen our sleep and create things in our bodies like anxiety. And Yoga Nidra can support in lessening the effects of all of these kinds of things by helping our bodies mindfully release the stress. So it's supportive of wherever you are in your practice, whether this is the very first time you've tried Yoga Nidra or if you have been doing Yoga Nidra and other types of meditation. And this practice may be different than any other experience you've had. So just noticing where you're at and what your response is this time and allowing it to be what it is. We'll go ahead and get started today. And know that during this practice, you have the opportunity to check in with yourself and how things have been going for you. And it lets you have this openness for the questions without diving in so fully that you become overwhelmed by it. So it's a space of exploration, if you will. So during the practice, you enter a state of receptive awareness and give yourself permission to be in this. And begin finding ease, whatever that means for you. So maybe it's closing your eyes or allowing your gaze to just soften. Maybe shrugging the hips or shoulders a little bit, swaying side to side. And during Yoga Nidra, we come face to face with our own inner dialogue, as well as the world around us, while making simple, direct inquiries, self-inquiries. So Yoga Nidra teaches us to become aware of our own self-inquiry, which is a key part of what yoga is all about. Our inner dialogues. And then the second part of this is that we begin to see ourselves without judging ourselves, essentially witnessing ourselves without the judgment. And then we start to send ourselves love and wisdom and grace and ease. Your true self is complete just as you are in this moment. We'll begin now to move through the stages, and as we do, know that these stages are here to support you in easing stress and anxiety, conflicts and tension, to guide us towards ease and enable us to connect with our own innate peace. Today, Yoga Nidra with sound bath, allowing the vibrations to help guide you, to notice your responses to some tones and others, tones that feel easeful, and maybe there will be tones that feel a little uneasy. And checking in with yourself about that. So, beginning now by noticing sound all around you. For just a few moments, see if you're drawn to a particular sound or even a particular direction. And now see if you can hear sound from all around you at once. Feel your whole body sensing sound, not just your ears. What else do you notice? And be with whatever is here. There's nothing you need to change. And perhaps set the intention to be in this practice, to bring yourself back anytime your mind starts to wander. And if sleep comes for today, allow it and be a witness of your dream thoughts, awake while asleep. Now, take a moment to develop your sankalpa, your footprints, knowing that your truth is already here. And welcome to your mind guidance, wisdom, or prayers as if they are already happening. You might find this by inquiring, in my life right now, what is my deepest heartfelt desire or truth? And know that thoughts of the past or future might come up. And know that if they do, you're considering them in this moment. So they are a part of your now. And what arises in this moment might be for you or for someone else, a loved one. And whatever truth you feel in this moment, allow it to be affirmed in your mind and heart with gratitude, with your entire being. Perhaps repeat it to yourself 3 times. And now, let it go. Now, in this next part, you will be guided on a journey through your body. And notice what you feel in your physical self. And feel what you can and move forward as prompted. Let go of anything you're not noticing. And see if you can feel without moving, allowing stillness in the body. And do what serves you, knowing that you are in complete control of this practice. So if at any point you need to end or stop, give yourself permission. Do what serves your heart. Meet your needs. Bring awareness to your mouth, your tongue, your jaw. Sensations in the gums. Notice your teeth, your lower lip, your upper lip, your whole mouth now. Now notice your right cheek, your left cheek, your right cheekbone, your left cheekbone. Notice your chin, your right ear, left ear. Notice your ears sensing sound. Now notice the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, your right nostril, now your left nostril, your right eye, your left eye, your right eyelid, your left eyelid. sensations and awareness. Your right eyebrow, and now your left eyebrow. The space between the eyebrows. Notice your temples, your forehead, the top of your head now, the back of the head, the back of the neck, and the whole head now. Shift your awareness now to your right shoulder. Your right shoulder. And now your left shoulder. Left shoulder. Your right upper arm. Your left upper arm. The right elbow resting. The left elbow resting. Right forearm. Left forearm. Right wrist. Left wrist. Right palm. Left palm. The back of the right hand. The back of the left hand. The right thumb. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Fifth finger. The left thumb. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Fifth. Now feel the spaces between the fingers of the right hand. Now feel the spaces between the fingers of the left hand. Now notice the right fingertips, the left fingertips. Feel the chest, the upper back, the rib cage, the mid back. Feel the abdomen, now the low back. Notice the pelvis, now the glute muscles. Notice the point of the right hip, the right upper leg, the right knee, below the right knee. Notice the lower leg, the right ankle, the right heel resting. Notice the sole of the right foot, the top of the foot. Notice the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Feel the spaces between the right toes and feel the tips of the toes. Now notice the point of the left hip, the left upper leg, the left knee, below the left knee. Notice the lower leg, the left ankle, the left heel resting, the sole of the left foot, the top of the foot now. Notice the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Feel the spaces between the toes and feel the tips of the left toes. And feel the whole body now. The whole body. Sensations and awareness of the whole body now. And now notice your breath without changing it. See what is naturally there at this moment. The rise and release of each breath in and out. And imagine what it might be like to allow your bones to sigh. With each and every breath, allowing the bones to settle. Now, with each exhale, count down backwards from 27 down to 1. So each time you exhale, in your mind, say a number with the breath, as though with each breath you were shedding a layer no longer needed. And if you forget where you're at or lose track, just begin again at 27, counting backwards with each exhale. You might notice random thoughts occurring, distracting you. Each time you do, begin again at 27. Notice, bring awareness to your thoughts and your breath. If you forget where you're at or lose track, begin again, counting from 27 down to 1, with each exhale in your mind saying a number. Wherever you are in the counting, releasing the breathing focus now. And now begin to notice areas of the body that feel comfortable, rested. And now notice any areas of the body that feel the opposite of this comfort. Notice the comfort again and the opposite feeling areas. And now notice both at the same time. And now shift your focus. Notice areas in the body that feel already spacious. And now notice opposite the spaciousness, constriction. What areas feel constricted? Notice the spacious areas once again. Notice the constricted areas. Now bring awareness to both at the same time. Notice now areas that feel calm. And what about any areas that feel opposite calm, agitated? Notice those areas. Now bring your attention back to the calmness. And again to the opposite feeling. And now both at the same time. Breathing softer, smoother, a little bit longer. Imagine that on this day, you are visiting a very special place. A special cedar grove, just moments from the busyness of life. A place tucked next to a flowing river with many trails for you to explore. And perhaps it's a place that you have been to before, or maybe you are just now visiting it for the very first time. And you are here now in this And before you is a trailhead next to the quietly moving river. And there's a wide, welcoming footpath between the trees. And perhaps you can still hear sounds of traffic from the road. And you also hear birds singing many songs. And you feel ready to explore your pathway, to find stillness nestled between the trees, and the river, and the earth. Make your way onto the main pathway now and into the grove, and immediately feel the shift as the trees hug you closer and mute the sounds of the outside world. And here in this special space, you begin to notice a chorus of chirping frogs, northern peepers, gently serenading one another and you. You hear layer upon layer, round and round. Notice how as one fades, another begins, seamless. Can you hear the pauses between the silence? Here, now. And listen now to the bird songs. Many sounds of songbirds, starlings and doves, chickadees, blackbirds, joyful sweet sounds enchanted with meaning within the melodies. Smell the rich soil and the cool dampness of the river that you can no longer see through the trees as you continue your walk. Now, focus on your footsteps and hear your steps echo as you make your way onto a wooden slab of a walking bridge over top a small creek below. And pausing here, you can see the winding creek making its way to the river along a bed of bright yellow marsh flowers. And you can hear the faint, gentle trickling of the water as it flows. And as you cross the bridge of the main trail, you notice a dirt pathway along the creek leading away from the river, away from the main path. It's a subtle path and perhaps has been forgotten, or maybe it's revealing itself to only you in this moment. Gently make your way down the side of the bridge and onto the grassy, narrow pathway along the creek. And here there are old leaves, pine needles that press into the damp earth beneath your quiet footsteps. You continue to meander alongside the creek, sure-footed on your path. Watch the water flow over smooth rocks, clear water that has cut the waterbed through earth, through rock, to make its way. And you hear clearly now the pleasant flow of the water, the peepers, and the songbirds. And here now in this space, you are reminded of your heartfelt intention, your desire, your truth. All else flows away gently. Rest here a while now, held by Mother Earth. And in this moment, allow yourself to be here, knowing that when you're ready to return, the pathway home is clear. Now, notice the state of simply being, independent of any experience. Here and now, you are okay just as you are. There's nowhere you need to go. There's nothing you need to do. And be reminded of your heartfelt intention once more. And repeat it now with gratitude, with total feeling. And begin now to breathe awareness back into the body, back into your physical presence. Your Yoga Nidra session is now complete. Become aware of the room you are in. Notice sounds. Sense your physical body resting. Notice your breath, softer and smoother. And bring with you the deep stillness, only as you're ready. Inviting gentle movement back into your body. And perhaps you feel ready to return to seated. And if you would like to do so, making your way there. And if you need a little bit longer, listen to that and rest. From my heart to yours, thank you for allowing me to be here with you, to guide you in your practice. May we know peace, wisdom, and serenity as we fill our hearts. Thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.